Roots, Hetero, and Graph by Sid Bowsar. There are two different types of roots, and these two are some of the most unique and interesting. Hetero. This root is different from other roots because of the strange variety of words it that it uses. For example, many words that use hetero mean different or other, or involve different or other. Some examples of words that use this root in a way that means different or other are heterosexual, heterocellular, and heterochromia. You can already tell that hetero is used in many complicated, or should I say complex words. Heterosexual. Heterosexual is the attraction towards the other gender. It uses the root hetero correctly because a person who is heterosexual likes the other gender or a different gender. But in this case, it would be better to say other gender because saying a different gender would make it seem like, oh, there are thousands of different genders, so it can mean like any other gender when there's only two. So so in this case it would be good to use other to describe hetero in the word heterosexual. Heterocellular. Forms of cells or of different cells. This one may be less common to a person and less people may know what this word means. But as you can see, it just means something, or should I say some living organism made or formed of different types of cells. This one uses different and other because it uses one type of cell and another type of cell, and it uses two different or more types of cells. This one is probably the most common one out of the three. Heterochromia. The word may not ring in your head, or you may not remember what it means, but it means a difference in coloration or in two structures or two parts of the same structure that are normally alike in color. Typically, this relates to eyes because most people who experience heterochromia have different eye colors. For and and this uses the root hetero correctly because it means different. It uses the word different because a person with heterochromia might have two different eye colors or two different types of colors in their eye. This isn't the only root that is commonly used in or on this planet. Many other roots are used, but another one we'll talk about is graph. Graph is probably one of the most common roots you'll ever meet. More than hetero. Graph you'll hear almost every single day of your life. For example, say you're in class, you're most likely going to hear the word paragraph because paragraphs are something you write in school often. Paragraph is also a perfect example of graph. Graph means to write. Paragraph uses graph correctly because a paragraph is writing with topic and a concluding sentence. Or to make it sound more simple, a paragraph is a is many different sentences put together to act as one big story, or to inform, to argue, an opinion all in one paragraph. Paragraphs basically are one big topic summarized in many sentences or even a few sentences. Another good example of a word that uses graph is biography, because it is a book written about a person's life by that own person. Biography uses this correctly because biography means to write about one's life or someone else's life. It uses a biography is to write something or to write about a person's life. It uses the definition clearly in there. A book written, which is the same to write. The last and probably the most common one, maybe not the most common one, but definitely one widely used, is autograph. You might hear this a lot in movies or when you're nearby a celebrity, because many people want their autograph. An autograph is the writing of one's own name. It uses the root graph correctly because it is the writing of one's own name. The word writing is the same as to write. So it clearly means that autograph uses the root graph correctly because it is the writing of one's own name, and writing and to write are the same thing. Here are some credits of this project and the two wonderful roots that many people use.